Okay, so quick lesson for y'all that I learned from my friend recently is that if you're forcing yourself to read, it's gonna be useless. Don't force yourself to read. Okay, so what recently happened in my life is that I was procrastinating a lot while reading books. Like I was reading Can't Hurt Me while of David Goggins, but I just completed a chapter of it and started procrastinating a lot. Like I used to read 1 or 2 pages in a week, so that's of course quite bad, and that's quite low for especially for a person who used to read like a complete 200 or 300 pages book in a complete week. So in a 7 days I would completely end a book while like started and ended. Okay, so that was me few months or years back, but now I was just procrastinating a lot. So I asked my friend who has read like 600 plus books, right? So he has a lot of information and knowledge, so I just asked him what to do, and told me that the first thing you need to do is just stop forcing yourself to read books, right? I used to force myself to read that book because I thought that I'm not consistent and I need to develop this habit of reading books so that I can read many books and gain knowledge, of course, right? But he told me something different. Like he uh, told me to just stop forcing myself, and if I don't want to read a specific book, just stop reading it, right? And he told me that there would be some book that you would want to read, like at this point you there would be a book that you would want to read and you would enjoy reading it, and maybe you can just find that book. And yeah, but if you're not able to read this book, just stop reading it. And sometimes if you want to just gain knowledge from a specific part of the book, like a specific chapter where a single thing is explained properly, just open up that chapter and just read that much only, right? So I tried that out and I stopped reading that book for now. And I had another book which is called 48 Laws of Power. You might know it, like it's very famous among YouTubers and stuff. So I started reading it, and like it's just an ebook because I had ordered it and it's not yet delivered. So I had started reading the book on my mobile itself. So and surprisingly, I am enjoying that book a lot, and I have read like 3 to 4 chapters of it already, right? And the book hasn't yet arrived. So like the thing I have learned here is it's not really good to just force yourself to read, especially I'm talking about books. I don't compare this to other things that you need to focus on, but I'm talking about books and reading specifically. That you if you don't feel like reading a book, and in like even if you try hard to just read a book but it's not happening, like you consistently read it, just stop reading that book, right? If you are enjoying a book, that means that you're gaining knowledge from it. If you're not enjoying a book and just forcing yourself to read, you're not making any use of it anyways, right? So just don't force yourself to read a book. That's what I learned from my mistakes and stuff recently. And yeah, so I'm reading 48 Laws of Power, and it's just amazing book, right? I've seen many YouTubers and stuff and other people talk about this book, and it's actually worth a read. Okay, so I would really suggest you to read that book. It's amazing book. It's an amazing book. And yeah, that was the lesson I learned from my friend. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you like this, you don't need to subscribe. If you want, you can, but I just wanted to share my knowledge that I gained recently with you guys. So take care, guys. Meet you soon.